This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining the City of Kingston Heritage Area Commission and Historic Landmark Preservation Commission for a joint monthly meeting of each respective commission. Today is Thursday, October 1st, 2020, and my name is Suzanne Cahill. I'm the planning director and the organizer for our virtual meeting. Before we begin our meeting, we would like to go over a few meeting guidelines to help navigate this system as efficiently and respectfully as possible. We ask that the members of the public and press remain muted and off camera for the length of the meeting. As the organizer, I reserve the right to mute anyone who unmutes themselves. Commission members and city staff will control their own mute button. Good practice would be to mute yourself if you are not speaking to avoid background noise and feedback. If a commissioner or staff wishes to speak, they will raise their hands. As the organizer, I will call on them before they speak by stating their name clearly for our audio listeners and transcript recording. All of our meetings are recorded. Both video and written transcriptions will be made available to the public on the city's website at a later date. In lieu of public speaking during the monthly meeting, we requested all comments to be received by 2 p.m. on Tuesday, September 29, 2020. The city did not receive any comments, whether by email or by hard copy. All meeting materials, applications, supporting documentation, written comments may be found on the city website by going to www.kingston-ny.gov. And on the home page, scroll down to the bottom under meetings where you see joint meeting posted, click the link for the agenda and you will find a universal hyperlink for all the information. If at any time you have an audio issue, please send a text message to the following number, 845-443-0416. I will repeat that number again, but be aware that phone calls will not be answered during the meeting. The number to text again is 845-443-0416. As the organizer for today's meeting, I reserve the right to lock and pause the meeting to eject anyone who has behaved inappropriately or to enter into attorney-client conference if needed. On behalf of the commissions, I wish to thank everyone for their continued patience during this unique time and wish you and your family good health. I'm now going to call the meeting to order at 6:34 p.m. And I'm going to introduce the staff members that are present, and then ultimately I'll turn it over to each commissioner chair and have them introduce their respective commissions. Again, my name is Suzanne Cahill. I'm the planning director for the City of Kingston. With us tonight also is Julie Edelson-Safford. She is the Historic Preservation Administrator for both commissions. And we also have Assistant Corporation Counsel Daniel Gartenstein with us this evening. Okay, so now we are going to just recognize that all votes will be taken by roll call vote. And that is because we have audio listeners that are unable to see, and that will also allow the transcript to record accordingly. With that, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Mark Rumblatt as chairman of the Historic Landmarks Preservation Commission to introduce himself and the members of the HLPC. Mark?
Thank you kindly, Sue. I'm Mark Rumblatt. I chair the Historic Landmark Preservation Commission. I would ask each member in turn to introduce themselves. Can we start with, we'll go alphabetically by last name. So Hayes.
I'm Hayes Clement. I'm a member of the Historic Landmarks Preservation Commission.
Peter DeMuth, member of Historic Landmarks Preservation Committee.
I'm Kevin McAvoy. I'm a member of the Historic Preservation Landmarks Commission.
Yeah, I am Muhammad Khan and Parveen Sultana. I got the number for meeting today.
Yes, we're introducing the commission members right now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Andrea Putz. I'm the architect for the Historic Landmarks Preservation Commission.
Okay. Hi. Hi, ma'am.
Oh, this does not sound
Right.
like
If you could mute yourself, please. When your item comes up, we'll unmute you.
Oh, okay.
Robert, if you'd introduce yourself.
Sure. Robert Tonner, Landmarks Commissioner.
Hi, sir.
Okay. Hayes, do you want to introduce the Heritage Area Commission members?
Sure. So again, my name is Hayes Clement. In addition to being a member of the HLPC, I am the chairman of the Heritage Area Commission. I'll ask the other commissioners of the Heritage Area Commission to introduce themselves, starting with Dean Barnes.
Dean, you need to unmute yourself.
Dean Barnes, Heritage Area Commissioner.
Our Vice Chairman, Bonnie Howland.
Hi, Bonnie Howland, Vice Chair, Heritage Area Commission.
Kevin McAvoy.
Hi, I'm Kevin McAvoy. I'm on the Heritage Area Commission, and as you saw, I'm also on the HLPC.
And is Abigail with us yet, Sue?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, Abigail Robin is another commissioner who's not present, but with 4 members present, we have a quorum.
Great. Okay, now I'm going to ask you, Hayes, to move forward with the adoption of the HAC meeting from August 26th.
Has everyone on the Heritage Area Commission had a chance to review our minutes of our meeting of August 26th to 2020? Does anyone have any corrections, issues, comments on the minutes? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of our meeting of August 26, 2020?
Dean Barnes, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Bonnie
Second.
Howland.
Bonnie Howland, second. Motion on the floor. Is there any discussion of approving the minutes of August 26? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor of approving the minutes of our August 26 meeting, please say aye, or I'm going to call the roll. I'm Hayes Clement, I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Dean Barnes,
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Okay. Mark, would you unmute yourself and move with the HLPC to adopt the minutes from September 3rd of 2020?
For members of HLPC, has everyone had an opportunity to review the draft minutes? All right. Does anyone have any additions or corrections to those minutes? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion from the commission to approve the minutes as drafted.
I'm Hayes Clement. I move to approve the minutes as drafted.
Robert Tonner, second.
You, Hayes and Robert, I'll call the roll on approval of last month's minutes. Okay. Hayes?
Aye.
Sure.
I recuse myself as I was not at the meeting.
Evan?
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
And Robert?
Aye.
Also vote in the affirmative. All right.
Okay.
We will move on to item number 2 on the agenda, 235 Fair Street. Is someone here?
Yes.
Hello. What would you like
Hi.
the commission to know?
So
Amanda?
basically what we are,
Need
Amanda,
you to identify yourself.
Please.
yes.
I'm Amanda Hentz. I work for a company called GMR, and we created a lighting package for the bank, Wells Fargo Bank, in order to meet the New York State statute. So that is what we are proposing, is to be adding light to meet those foot candle requirements.
Okay.
Has everyone on the commission had a chance to review the package submitted by this applicant? Does anyone have any questions for this applicant?
Just to be clear, Mark, all of the commissioners, both the HAC and HLPC, are open to comment right now. We're reviewing this jointly because the matter is on both of your agendas. So if any commissioners from the HAC have questions, they're free to ask as well.
Thank you for that reminder, Sue. This is a new process for us. All right, all commissioners, have you had a chance to review, and do you have any questions for this applicant?
My question is for the professional staff. This is recommended. There are no violations of any city code or anything like that. Okay.
This meets code.
Understand it, it's actually meant to meet a state code. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, I will entertain a motion to declare this a type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act. Do I?
Second.
Do?
Who made that
All right,
motion?
so that's, I'm counting Hayes. I'll count that as me making the motion, and Hayes seconding it. For future reference, everybody, generally what I do with the seeker motions is let any member move if they so desire. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, I will move the question by roll call vote. All
Now,
right.
Mark, let's be clear now. Mark, you are calling for the vote only for the HLPC. Hayes will follow with a vote for the HAC. Mark, we can't hear you.
No, I'll lean in. Hayes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
Evan?
Aye.
Yeah?
Aye.
Bert?
Aye.
And I also vote in the affirmative, and I'll turn this over to Hayes.
What do you, is HLPC supposed to vote on the proposal at hand before we go to HAC?
Yes, Mark.
Okay.
Okay.
You? Then I'll move on to our approval. Are there any other additional questions from any of our? I need to grab something here. $235 there. And I need my notes here. All right, back to downloads. My apologies, folks. I had something written out and it has not survived a data transfer. So this has to close.
Mark, would
Yeah.
you like me to read the findings of fact as you have them drafted?
Nope, I will go ahead with that as soon as
Okay.
I get them back out of the wonderful world of lost files. Here we go. All right. I move that commissioners of the HLPC present find as fact that the proposed exterior lighting upgrades for 235 Fair Street in the Fair Street Historic District by applicant Wells Fargo and owner 235 Fair LLC, if done according to the plans reviewed at this meeting and according to procedures stipulated in section 405-64 of the City of Kingston's Administrative Code, is compatible with the historic character of the building and the district for the following reasons. That the proposed lighting upgrades are to take place on 3 sides of the building visible from Fair Street to improve the fixtures that serve the front entrances and side driveways of the 2-story commercial brick building that serves as Wells Fargo Bank. That the proposed work will involve removal of 2 existing lighting fixtures above the driveways on either side of the building and the 2 existing lighting fixtures on the front, and the replacement of those fixtures, as well as the introduction of 2 new wall fixtures, one on the Pearl Street facing side as close to the building's front facing corner as possible at the same height as the existing fixtures, and 1 new wall fixture at 8 feet above the after hours deposit box in the front of the building, all to be Cree Edge Series LED area flood luminaire fixtures in bronze finish. That this work will cause a material change to the external appearance of the property, that the new lighting fixtures will not detract from the character of the historic district or the building, that any changes or additions to the plan or work specifically described and outlined in the submitted application will be subject to further review by our commission prior to the work being carried out. That this commission's approval does not obviate the need for a building permit from the City of Kingston Building Safety Division or any other required approvals from the relevant coordinating agencies. And based on the preceding findings of fact, I move that on the first day of October 2020, our commission grant a preservation notice of action to the above referenced applicant for the work as described herein and in its application to the commission, such notice subject to the conditions contained in our foregoing motion. Do I have a second?
Second. Hayes Clement.
Thank you, Hayes. All right. We've done seeker, am I correct?
Yes.
All right, then is there any further discussion among our members? Seeing none, I will call the roll. Hayes?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Aye.
And Robert?
Aye.
Mark, you have to lean in.
I also vote aye,
Thank you.
and I will see about cranking up my microphone.
Hayes, do you want to take the Heritage Area Commission with the vote on that number, number 2? Hayes, you're muted.
Thank you. Again, this is number 235 Fair Street, exterior lighting upgrades for Wells Fargo Bank. Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under SECOR?
So moved.
Motion?
That sounded like Kevin McAvoy making the motion, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I hear a second?
Dean Barnes.
Thank you, Dean. Motion on the floor to declare this a type 2 action under SECOR. Do I hear any discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Dean Barnes,
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Now we'll vote on the proposal for the exterior lighting upgrades for Wells Fargo Bank at 235 Fair Street. Do I hear a motion to approve the lighting plan as presented?
Motion by Bonnie.
Thank you, Bonnie. Do I hear a second?
Second?
Second by Kevin McAvoy. Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland? Bonnie Howland?
Bonnie, you're muted.
Aye.
Dean Barnes?
Aye.
And Kevin McAvoy?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Now we go back to Mark for 19 Home.
Correct. Mark?
Thank you.
Mark,
I'm
you can mute. Mark, you need to, there you go.
There we go. I'm trying to get rid of a window that is supposedly explaining how to upgrade my microphone, but instead I think I will just keep leaning in. All right. So next up is item number 3, 19 Boone Street. Do we have someone representing the applicant present for 19 Boone Street?
Yes.
Yep, I'm here. Oh. My name's Carl Ehrhard. I'm the owner of 19 Hone Street.
Right. Would you like to make a presentation to our boards about your plans?
Sure, I'll summarize the proposed work. We would like to replace the roof. It's currently a shingle roof, and it's nearing the end of its life. It's a lot of shingles coming off, and we want to replace it with just new shingles, very similar in color, and yeah, that's pretty. And while essentially keeping all of the existing box gutters that were
right.
Yeah, so essentially just changing the roof, not changing anything about the design. In addition to that, after that is finished, we'll be upgrading the attic the attic floorboard insulation. It's currently it's not up to standards, so we'll be increasing that to R30 to upgrade the thermal envelope and energy efficiency.
It looked good.
Does the member have a question for the applicant?
I thought it looked good.
Then I will start by entertaining a motion from the members of the Historic Landmark Preservation Commission that we declare this a type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act. Do I hear such a motion?
So moved.
Hayes, do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Peter, for the second. I will call the roll on the motion for the seeker declaration. Hayes?
Aye.
Aye.
I can't hear you, but I'm out of turn. I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
Kevin.
Aye.
I'll keep leaning in.
I'm lip reading you.
Okay, then I'll twirl my mustache back. And Andrea?
We're all lip reading you. Aye.
Dear Robert,
And I.
thank you. And I vote aye. All right,
Okay, for the Heritage Area Commission, do any Heritage Area Commissions have questions on this? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Are we gonna do the whole,
Oh,
Yeah, Mark, you need to do the vote on 19 home first.
oh, I thought we
and
done.
so allow me to make that
Sorry.
motion. All right, then I move that the commissioners present find as fact that the proposed new roof and in-kind box gutter repairs to 19 Hone Street in the Rondout Historic District by applicants and owners Carl Earhart and Kelsey Robinson, if done according to the plans reviewed at this meeting and according to the procedures stipulated in section 405-64 of the City of Kingston's Administrative Code, is compatible with the historic character of the building and the district for the following reasons. That the proposed work is to take place at the 2.5-story wood frame house situated one house down from the corner of Hunter and Hone Streets, with its main entrance being the original trimmed front porch facing north, as appears on the Beers 1870 map of Rondout, Kingston, and Wilbur, a different structure appearing in its place on the 1858 French map of Ulster County, having been built sometime between 1858 and 1870. That the proposed work will involve the removal of the existing shingle roof, its replacement with GAF Timberline HDZ high definition lifetime shingles in oyster gray, the installation of a new drip edge, ice and water shield, pipe flashing system, ridge vent with TimberTex cap, and the in-kind repair and replacement of existing box gutters as needed. That this work will cause a material change to the external appearance of the property. That the new roof will not detract from the character of the historic district or the building. That any changes or additions to the plans or work specifically described and outlined in the submitted application will be subject to further review by our commission prior to additional work being carried out. That this commission's approval does not obviate the need for a building permit from the City of Kingston's Building Safety Division or any other required approvals from relevant coordinating agencies. Based on the preceding findings of fact, I move that on the first day of October 2020, this commission grant a preservation notice of action to the above referenced applicant for the work as described herein and in its application to the commission, such notice to be subject to the conditions contained in the foregoing motion. Do I hear a second?
So moved.
All right, thank you kindly, Andrea. I'm going to count that as a second. You concur?
I concur.
Thank you. All right. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I will call the roll. Hayes?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
And
Aye.
Andrea?
Aye.
Robert?
Aye.
I also vote aye. All right, I'll turn this over to Hayes.
Okay, do members of the Heritage Area Commission have any further comments or questions of the applicants? Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker for the roof replacement at 19 Home?
Dean Barnes, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Bonnie Howland, second?
Thank you, Bonnie. Any further debate on declaring this a type 2 action under seeker? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Dean Barnes,
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Do I hear a motion to approve the plan to remove existing roof and replacement with timberline shingles and oyster gray with in-kind repair of existing box gutters at 19 Hone Street.
Bonnie Hallen makes a motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
Second by Kevin McAvoy. Duly made motion with a second on the floor. Do I hear further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
The ayes have it on both motions. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Earhart.
Thank you very much.
Carl and Kelsey.
Thank you.
Okay, Mark.
All right, we're up with the next item, 109 of Beale Street. Do we have a representative addressing this application?
Yes, Mr. Cottingham is here.
Hello everyone, I'm Elias Cottingham. With me is Shane Rady, who he will actually be presenting and walking us through the proposed renovation plans as scheduled.
Okay.
Or Elias, do you want to summarize the project for us?
Shane will. He's just came online.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? So the plan is to basically enclose an existing porch, an inset porch, with a new wall, basically to capture that space as part of the interior of the house. Elias is planning on making it a two-family house. So basically, like, the proposed work is just a new existing wall. A new wall in the existing opening, just making that interior space. And the design of that wall is basically, it's the elements are pulled from neighboring buildings. And I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to review the presentation I sent over. I could also screen share and go through it, whatever you guys want to do.
Right. First, has everybody on Historic Landmark Preservation Commission been able to review this application? All right, seems like everyone has. All right. Do we have any questions for the applicant?
Well, I think I have a question, probably for more for Sue and Julie. Our purview is not over whether this can be converted from single family to two family. We're just looking at the facade.
Correct.
Okay. Who will decide the one family to two family?
It isn't allowed use in that zone.
Okay.
So building department will oversee it.
My only question, I think the plan looks great, is the bumping out the, that indented part where that porch was sort of recessed. Is that sort of violating anything that was sort of historical in context for that block?
I'm not sure if that question is directed towards me. Am I supposed to answer that? So
sure.
In my opinion, no. 101 and 105 of Beale, they have a similar beam that kind of flies over the first floor of that building, and below that beam, there's pilasters which kind of set different bays for the windows and for the doors. So we're basically drawing from that same idea. The beam right now projects off the face of the brick deeper than what we're proposing any of the trim or pilasters to protrude from the building. Basically, like the trim and the pilasters would be the deepest element, and those are just going to project the depth of the pilasters themselves. Like the wall in which the windows and the doors are going to be set in would be more or less flush with the existing brick. So nothing's going to protrude further past that existing beam, which already kind of flies above that opening.
I think it looks, it's a pretty vast improvement, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Andrea Pute speaking. I also have to agree, and I think your presentation material is actually very good too. So you can really see the correlation between 101 Abeal, which I'm very familiar with myself. I've done a lot of work on that project, and and the same with 105. So yeah, I'd say you're good to go.
Oh, great, thank you.
107, I know you have an architect living at 107, the neighboring house, who's pretty preservation minded. Have you gotten any feedback from them also?
So yeah, she's you're talking about
Robin Gunther.
Robin Gunther. Sorry, I'm blanking on their names. Yeah, no, we've had a bunch of conversations. We've talked about closing the porch. They have been incredibly helpful. And I guess no official feedback, but they're very happy in what we propose verbally and think it's a great improvement.
Okay.
Any other questions from any member of either commission? All right, then I will entertain a motion for HLPC to declare our business with our decision here as a type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act. Do I hear a motion?
So moved, Robert.
Second.
Thank you, Robert. Hayes?
Second, Hayes Clement.
Mark, we can't hear you.
You're going to get quite the view of my nose, I'm afraid. All right, is this any better?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll yell a little and look like Father Christmas. All right, Hayes, on the seeker motion, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Peter.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Andrea.
Aye.
Robert.
Aye.
I also vote aye. On the underlying motion, I hereby move that this commission find as fact that the proposed renovations and conversion of a single-family home to a multifamily at 109 Abeal Street in the Rondout Historic District by applicant and owner Elias Cottingham, if done according to the plans reviewed at this meeting and according to the procedures stipulated in section 405-64 of the City of Kingston's Administrative Code, is compatible with the historic character of the building and the district for the following reasons. That the proposed work is to take place at the 4-bay 2-story brick building located 2 houses down from the corner of Abeal and Hone Streets, with bluestone sills, lintels, and water table appearing on the 1870 Beers map of Rondout, Kingston, and Wilbur, having been built between 1858 and 1870. That the proposed work will involve painting the existing previously painted bluestone sills and lintels throughout to match the white of the existing brick, the rebuilding of the wood cornice profile to match the existing historic cornice, its repainting in Benjamin Moore HC 185 Tudor Brown, new Marvin Wood Ultimate double hung windows in existing openings throughout the facade, a new wrought iron fence and gate 6 feet high, painted in Benjamin Moore HC 190 historic black, existing stucco base and steps to be painted white to match the existing white paint on bricks, new Marvin Elevate awning window with white frame in ground floor, new Marvin Elevate double hung windows in existing masonry openings on the southwestern side of the building, frames to be black, and renovations to the front inset porch, including a new wall to enclose the existing porch, new metal flashing to the porch roof to be painted in Benjamin Moore HC 185 Tudor Brown, the existing wood trim to be replaced in kind with stained pine. All profiles and details to match existing, stripped and stained in the color leather. New Marvin wood ultimate operable transom windows, sashes to be stained pine, stained in color leather. New stained pine pilasters, new stained panels and trim on new framed wall, built flush to the existing brick facade. That this work will cause a material change to the external appearance of the property, that the renovations will not detract from the character of the historic district or building, that any changes or additions to the plan or work specifically described and outlined in the submitted application will be subject to further review by our commission prior to additional work being carried out, and that this commission's approval does not obviate the need for a building permit from the City of Kingston's Building Safety Division or other required approvals from relevant coordinating agencies. Based on the preceding findings of HAC, it is proposed that we resolve on this first day of October 2020 that the commission grant a preservation notice of action to the above referenced applicant for the work as described herein, and in its application to the commission, such notice to be subject to the conditions contained in the foregoing motion. Do I have a second?
Second, Hayes Clement.
Thank you, Hayes. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the roll. Hayes?
Aye.
Robert?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Andrea?
Aye.
Robert?
You missed Peter.
Peter, you missed.
Peter, oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Aye. Yes.
You moved, your square moved, I'm afraid, on me. Robert?
He was an
Aye.
aye.
I was on.
Thank you. I also vote in the affirmative.
Okay.
All right, turn it over to you, Hayes.
Okay, do any members of the Heritage Area Commission have further questions or issues to raise with the applicants for the proposed facade renovation of 109 Beale Street?
No, I think it's wonderful. I like it a lot.
Agreed. Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Motion by Bonnie.
Do I hear a second?
Dean seconds.
Barnes second. Motion on the floor. Do I hear any discussion of declaring this type 2 action under seeker? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Dean Barnes,
Aye.
and Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Do I hear a motion to approve the facade renovation of 109 Beale Street as presented, converting a single-family home to a multifamily with new wall with wood pilasters, paneling, details, and overall window layout to draw from neighboring 105 Beale Street, and enclosing an existing inset porch with new windows throughout, a new gate at the entrance to the alley.
I make the motion, Dean Barnes.
Dean Barnes makes a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin McAvoy. There's a duly made motion on the floor. Any further discussion or debate of this? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Dean Barnes,
Aye.
and Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, guys. Looks great.
Thank you very much.
All right. Next on the agenda is 60 West Chestnut. Do we have a applicant to present on that?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, hi.
Hi. Are you going to come on video?
Oh, yeah. Am I on now?
Not yet.
I don't see you.
Audio.
Now
There
he
you are.
is.
Okay,
Good evening.
good evening.
Would you like to present the project to the commissions?
Yes, I'd like to enclose my carport with French pane doors, 3/5. They'll be wood and painted white. Facing the street will be a garage door that looks like barn doors, as described in the materials I submitted.
Has everyone had a chance to look that over? Or are there any questions for Mr. Sidler? Robert, if you'd unmute.
I do have one question. This may have been covered. I didn't see it, but is it going to still be used as a carport?
No, it's going to be enclosed, and it will house the car as well. So it'll act as a garage and a conservatory.
Oh, okay. All right. It's beautiful. Looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Any
I
other
will say,
questions?
I used to live in the house next door to this, and it's probably the house with the most clear view of the sight line of the whole facade of this. It is very pretty, and I think this will improve it even further.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments for the applicant? All right, then I will entertain a motion to declare this type 2 action under the Environmental Quality Review Act.
So moved.
Hey,
There's a terrible echo now.
Robert.
Second.
I'm going to ask Mr. Citron, can you mute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I think that might handle the echo. Okay, Mark, on the seeker, you had Hayes read the
I made the
motion.
motion, yeah.
Second?
And second, Robert.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll on the seeker declaration phase.
Mark, your audio is sounding outer space.
Wow, all right, then you get to see my notes. How's that? Any better?
Try now, Mark.
Is that any better?
No.
All right, good. No, all right. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do to pump up my microphone.
Hayes, why don't you mute? Okay, Mark, try now.
Is this any better?
No, it's not.
Wow. Shall I try signing out and coming back in?
Okay, Mark,
Yeah.
I think you should do that.
I will read then the findings of fact. Okay.
Okay, you have them available.
And
Okay,
I'll
we
make
need
this
to
a motion.
finish the,
I'll make this a motion from Mark.
First, we got to do the seeker. Hold on. We got to do the seeker vote
Oh, the
first.
seeker vote. Okay. Hayes,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
okay, Andrea,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Robert.
Aye.
Okay. Now, on a motion, I will read the findings of fact onto the record, and I will ask for someone to put that as a motion. Introducing the motion that the commissioners present find as fact that the proposed enclosing of the existing carport at 60 West Chestnut Street in the Chestnut Street Historic District by the applicant and owner, Michael Citron, if done according to the plans reviewed at this meeting and according to the procedure stipulated in section 405-64 of the City of Kingston's Administrative Code, is compatible with the historic character of the building and the district for the following reasons. That the proposed work is to take place at the 2-story, 5-bay, stucco-sided Italianate house, heavily altered from its original appearance in 1919 when the street-facing portion was added to the original square structure and center cupola was removed. The Dr. Abram Crispell House, appearing on the 1858 map of Ulster County by J.H. French, having been built that year in the late 1857 when he purchased the land from the McEntees, being the oldest surviving house on West Chestnut Street. That the proposed work will involve enclosing the existing carport, repairing, scraping, and repainting the entire structure, new Brosco 3/5 paneled, paned 5 foot by 6 foot 8 inch French double doors fixed in the closed position, 3 pairs on the south and 3 pairs on the north sides of the structure, with 2-inch by 4-inch wall framing, with hardy board facing in between fixed doors and matching side lights on the east and west, surrounding 1 pair of functional French double doors on the east side and not visible from the street, and 1 pair of matching 9x7 overhead garage-style doors facing the street, with the existing structure, posts, woodwork to remain and be repaired in kind where rotted and repainted in kind. That this work will cause a material change to the external appearance of the property, that the renovations will not detract from the character of the historic district or the building, that any changes or additions to the plans and or work specifically described and outlined in the submitted application will be subject to further review by our commission prior to the work being carried out, that this commission's approval does not obviate the need for a building permit from the City of Kingston's Building Safety Division or any other required approvals from relevant coordinating agencies. Based on the preceding findings of fact, it is proposed to resolve that on the 1st day of October 2020, the commission grant a preservation notice of action to the above referenced applicant for the work as described herein, and in its application to the commission, such notice be subject to the conditions contained in the foregoing motion. Can I get a motion on that?
So moved.
Hayes, is there a second?
Second.
By Kevin. There's a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any further discussion by members of the Historic Landmark Preservation Commission? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to call for the vote. Mark?
Aye.
Andrea?
Aye.
Hayes?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
And Robert?
Aye.
Motion carries. Hayes,
Aye.
I'm going to let you now take it for the HAC.
Thank you. Are there any further questions or comments from members of the HAC for Michael Citron, the applicant for this improvement at 60 West Chestnut Street? Do I hear a motion to declare this action, type 2 action under seeker?
So moved, Dean Barnes.
Dean Barnes, do I hear a second?
Bonnie Howland, second.
Bonnie Howland, second. Any further debate on declaring this a type 2 action under seeker? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Do I hear a motion to approve the proposal at 60 West Chestnut Street to enclose the existing carport with French windows and doors?
Bonnie Howland, motion.
Do I hear a second?
Dean Barnes.
Dean Barnes, second. Is there any further debate or discussion of this matter? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no, I'd like it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn HLPC.
So moved, Andrea Putz.
Second, Hayes Clement. Second, Hayes Clement.
I'll call the roll. Hayes.
Aye.
Peter.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Andrea.
Aye.
Robert.
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative. Thank you all. Can I be heard?
Thank you. The next meeting for the HLPC will be November 5th at 6:30.
Thank you.
So that will conclude the HLPC meeting. And now we are going to move back to Hayes to finish the business of the Heritage Area Commission. Hayes, you're muted.
Next item of business for the Heritage Area Commission is 102 Wirt Street, which is a plan to amend the color scheme for a previously approved plan applied for by Tanya Garment. Tanya, are you here? Tanya? Is anyone here representing the applicant?
Tanya, are you here?
Tanya, are you muted?
Tanya? Okay, no.
Okay.
I don't believe Tanya is here.
So do I hear a motion to hold this over until next month?
Motion by Bonnie.
Do I hear a second?
Second by
Second by who?
By Dean.
Second by Dean. I'll call for the vote on holding this over until next month's meeting. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy. Kevin, you're muted. Can't hear you, Kevin.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
aye.
The ayes have it. Next item of business is 214 East Union Street. Proposal to replace an existing structurally compromised 1.5 story front porch and steps. Benjamin Kane is the applicant and owner. Benjamin, are you here?
Yes, I am.
You want to walk us through what your plan is?
We received a notification from the insurance company that we need to make some porch repairs. And when we looked into it, discovered that probably worth replacing the entire porch. So we've been living here for a couple of years and have thought about a couple plans, and now is the time to act. And so we decided to rebuild it as close to the existing dimensions as possible, and trying to actually make upgrades in terms of its historic character. So that's mostly concerning the style of railing involved. We got going with a metal railing on the street level, and like wooden, like turned wooden railing on the second floor level. I guess that's the overview. There are stairs attached to the porch that we can't quite afford to deal with right now. And we'd like to pursue that maybe next year. I'm hoping if everything goes well. I suppose that's it.
Okay. So it's all wood and metal and a standing seam roof. There's no vinyl?
No.
Okay. And no synthetic decking?
Nope. No, we're gonna do all wood, and I'm a metal worker by trade, so I'll be actually making the railing by hand.
Okay.
From the level.
And everything, the paint color scheme is basically what it is now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm exposing my amateurdom in not providing, RALs for the paint job, but yeah, we're going for a white look porch. The standing seam roof will be like a light gray. And I mean, we were thinking about doing the railing black, but honestly, I'm open to suggestions.
Anybody have suggestions or questions for Benjamin?
My only question is, when you're saying you're keeping the stairs, is it the actual physical tread part of the stairs, or is the handrail on the stairs going to stay the same as well?
If you look at the plan that I've drawn, as roughly the existing stairs as they are with the handrail. That handrail used to go across the street level and the second floor. So that's one of the things that we're hoping to improve the character of the building with, is by changing that from the sort of Home Depot look of the old railing to something a little bit nicer.
I like very much what you've drawn, and I like the metal work across the lower level too. No, this is pretty great.
I agree. I think it's a big improvement. Any other questions of Ben? Any issues? Dean?
Well, this might be more for Sue. The railing spaces on the ground level, are they code? They look a little wide from the pictures.
I will pay close attention to that, and if they are not, I will narrow the spacing so that it meets code.
I didn't see a measurement. That's all I asked. Thank you.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Any further questions of Ben? Any issues? Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Dean Barnes, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Kevin McAvoy, second. The motion on the floor. Any debate about declaring this a type 2 action under seeker? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Do I hear a motion to approve the porch replacement?
People will fix their own interior units as they want, and that's really where you.
Who's speaking?
Tanya.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
who's speaking?
I'm muting you, Tanya. We're on another one.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the plan as presented to replace the existing structurally compromised front porch and steps at 214 East Union Street?
Motion by Bonnie.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin McAvoy. Duly made motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion or debate? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you very much.
Next item of business is 250 West Chestnut Street, a proposal to renovate the exterior, removing vinyl siding, restoring cedar siding, removing front porch, and replacing with a 20-foot by 6-foot covered porch. Emily Carey, applicant. Emily, are you here to walk us through your proposal?
Hi, good evening. Yes, I am. I'm just trying to get my camera on, but there we go. Good evening. The include repairing and restoring
There's something wrong with your audio.
that better?
Okay, try it now.
Is that better?
You still there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I'm still having trouble hearing this.
Can you hear me?
Try one more time, Emily. Are you there?
Looks like she's frozen. There she is.
Emily, can you hear us? Emily,
Hi, can you hear me now?
okay, yes.
I'm sorry about that. I think my video is just dragging this down. Is it all right if I do it without the video?
No problem.
Okay, thank you so much. So our proposal is to repair and restore what we believe to be the original wood siding underneath the vinyl. Removing the vinyl soffits, replacing those with wood soffits, and repairing the fascia throughout. We'll be taking down the current porch, which is very structurally unsound, replacing it with a new porch in the same footprint. Covered porch with architectural shingles to match the shingles on the main structure. And we will be repainting the structure, the entire structure in the paint scheme that's outlined in the proposal. And we'll be replacing and repairing the bluestone on the front walk and the sidewalk as needed.
Anyone have questions or comments for the applicant?
I love everything. This is one of those nights. This one is so lovely. I love the improvement that you're going to make.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So the front porch is just going to be the simple platform with the uprights to support the ceiling.
Correct. It's below the code needed for a railing. I think it's only 2 steps.
No, I think it's perfect. I like the openness of it. It's really great. And I love your color scheme for it.
Thank you.
The windows are remaining the same, Emily? The windows aren't being replaced?
Correct. We're going to keep the current windows. We're replacing one window on the back, on the rear of the home.
Okay, but you're removing those shutters, right?
Correct. Yes, those
Okay.
were vinyl as well, I believe.
And you're removing that hip wall on the front porch?
Correct.
Okay. Any other questions for Emily? Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Motion by Bonnie.
Do I hear a second? Do I hear a second?
Second?
Second, it looked like Dean was first, second by Dean. Any further debate on declaring this a type 2 action under seeker? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Further, do I hear a motion to approve the renovation to the exterior as presented of 250 West Chestnut Street to include the removal of vinyl siding, restoration of cedar siding, removal of front porch, and replacement with a 20 by 6 foot covered porch as presented? Is there a motion?
Motion?
Kevin makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Dean Barnes, second.
Dean Barnes, second. Duly made motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'll call for a roll call vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Emily. Looks great.
Thank you very much.
next item of business is 15 Abroon Street, a proposal to repaint an exterior facade. Christopher Palmero, applicant and owner. Christopher, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Okay, you want to walk us through what you plan to do?
Sure. Good evening, guys. So my plan in the attached application is to repaint the entire home. And after my initial application, I kind of went back and resubmitted it. And this is the resubmitted one you guys are looking at. I was a little outmatched, I think, for this job. So we consulted with a historic color design and researcher, John Crosby Freeman. So I can't really take credit for this. My only request is just that my wife like it and that it be painted in the Williamsburg Historic Collection. So these colors were chosen by the historic researcher. If this was a complicated diabetic patient, I would have been all over it, but this is certainly outside my wheelhouse. So you can see the colors furnished in the application. And the only thing I did do a mock-up of the colors based upon the paint chips. I will tell you that we sampled the colors and that the main color for the body of the house, the Weatherburn blue, it paints a little more light blue than green as it is shown in the mock-up as you see in the picture there. That the brush blue paints a little bit lighter on the house on the samples that we got. And I guess the only other thing that I would present that the challenging part would be to kind of make ugly asbestos tiles look nice. That was probably the biggest challenge in choosing that color. So the Weatherburn blue, at least on the samples, seems to be able to do that.
Why the different trim color on that larger Gothic window up top as opposed to the lower windows?
Staying with the pale gray, yeah, that's a really good question. The designer thought that a lot of the original details on this home are unfortunately destroyed in a fire, I think sometime in the 1950s, from what I can gather. So he didn't want to highlight most of the windows because they're pretty mundane trim-wise. It doesn't have any of that nice Victorian flair. The only real original window is the Gothic window on the 3rd floor. So we really wanted to bring the eye up. We don't have any of the nice corner board or anything on the house. It's just the ugly asbestos tiles. So we really wanted to draw the eye up of the house. This is a pretty prestigious house when you look at it up from the street. So we wanted to draw the eye up rather than in a lateral direction. That was the reasoning behind it.
Any other questions? I'm sorry, who was speaking?
That's me, Sue. I like the highlight. I think it does bring that feature out.
Any other questions, comments?
Dean Barnes? Yeah, I was curious. There was a mention of repairing the asbestos tiles. You know what product that is?
Yeah, so I mean, it just was where there was broken ones. I took them down. I used the it's a GDF cement product. It's the replica of the original. I didn't match there's like been several layers of asbestos tiles through the years here. I matched I think as far as I could date it, like 1920s, 1930s version, which is kind of the variegated edge. It's a stepped edge. And most of the original tiles that are still intact are of that variety. So the few that I had to replace were that exact replica.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions, comments for Christopher?
No.
Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Dean Barnes, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Kevin McAvoy, second. Motion on the floor. All in favor of declaring this a type 2 motion under seeker? I'll call for the roll. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
And Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Do I hear a motion to approve the exterior repainting scheme at 15 Abroon with brush blue, CW675 SBL Weatherburn Blue, CW 580, Bruton White, CW 710, Powell Gray, CW 665. Do I hear a motion?
Motion by Bonnie,
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Dean Barnes. Motion on the floor. Do I hear any further discussion or debate? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
aye.
Kevin McAvoy,
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Christopher.
All right, thank you.
Next item of business, 338 Broadway, proposal for a signage for a new grocery. Mohammed Khan and Parvin Sultana applicants.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can I've been trying to get through to Julie. This is Tanya, and I'm trying to, I have 3 meetings that I'm in simultaneously. Can Julie please text me when it's my turn?
We'll come back to you at the end. You were a little
What
earlier.
I'm asking is,
Yes, I will text you.
Please? Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, are Mohammed Khan or Parvin Sultana here to discuss their signage proposal?
Yes.
Walk us
Hello?
through this, guys. Yes, hello.
Hi, sir. I am here.
Okay, great. Tell us what your, I'm looking up your signage now. Has everybody had a chance to review this application?
Yes.
All right, so this is a Timely Signs production, it looks like, correct?
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions of the applicants about the signage design as proposed? Sue, does this meet all the city guidelines?
Yes.
Is it overhanging or it's a flat banner? Is it overhanging the sidewalk, Sue, or is it a?
I'm pulling it up now. Hold on.
It's not clear where they're putting it. We have to talk with the applicant.
Yeah, I talked with someone in your office. She guided me, so I will do that way. She told me where I have to put it, so I will do that way. On
I
the
think this
top.
applicant spoke with Kyla, and they're just willing to put the signs wherever they work. Kyla and her spoke about it initially.
She showed me where I have to put it, so I will do what you want. I will do that way. Because we are new here. So what you will tell me, I will do that way. And I listen to her, and then I give the order to that way.
Okay. Is the commission okay with approving this on the basis that Sue and Julie and Kyla and the planning department have discretion in sort of dictating the installation details of the signage? Just a consensus. Are we okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in terms of dimensions and everything, it's fine.
Right. And no lighting, correct?
No lighting.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to declare this a type?
Hayes, the point of order for a second. I had one question. It had to do with the business hours. Fall, on the copy I'm looking at, fall has hours, but winter, are you going to have hours for winter, or are you just going to leave the banner blank? And I'm talking about the banner.
Actually, for winter, we will decrease the time like 7 or 8. For this, I do not put it right now, but
Right.
I will, yes, I will add that.
Okay, just wanted to, okay, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, thank you for your question. But I have one question, sir. Because we are new here, so we do not know everything. I respect your rules and regulations of USA. I honor your rules. I want to know one thing because I don't know everything here. So can I put the light or something? I don't know anything. Like, I do not want anything what bother the rules and regulations. So what is good for you, like for the rules, I will honor that rule.
I think we would like to give the planning department, Julie and Sue, discretion to decide that for you, but they will walk you through the details of what can and
Yes.
cannot be done. Okay?
Yeah, yes, I have 100% honor for everything. I will do what is the rules. That's
Okay.
it. Sir. Okay.
All right. Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action seeker?
Motion by Bonnie.
Motion?
Motion by Bonnie. Kevin, do you want a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin McAvoy. I'll call for the vote on declaring this a type 2 action under seeker. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
On the proposal itself, do I hear a motion to approve the signage design for 338 Broadway as proposed, with final discretion given to Suzanne Cahill and Julie Edelson Stafford for installation details?
Hayes, if I could, I added in that if insurance is needed, also depending on the ultimate location, naming the city of Kingston as additionally insured. And I put that the lighting and the banner and the sign placement would be with the assistance and the direction of the planning department.
So amended. Do I hear a motion for that?
Motion by Bonnie.
Motion?
Motion by Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Kevin, do you want a second?
Sure, okay.
So second by Kevin. Motion being on the floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Be in touch with Sue and Julie, and they'll tell you what the details are. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, then it's done. Like I can leave or what I have to do?
Yes.
Okay,
So
thank you so
call
much,
Sue.
everybody. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Night. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Yeah, you
Thank
too.
you.
So Sue and Julie, you guys will reach out to them.
Right.
Okay. Next item of business is 36 Broadway, our proposal for signage for a new coffee and donut shop. John Penna applicant. John, are you here? John Penna?
You're muted. You're muted.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Kyra and I'm representing the applicant John Pinna this evening.
Okay.
Partner for TGE, which is the applicant for the DBA of the Half Moon Roundout Cafe.
Okay.
So we are proposing the opportunity to get approval to place vinyl signage in our window space. The windows themselves are 5 feet wide by 7 feet tall. The previous tenant was the Hudson River Cruises, which had an awning on top of the space. And we are just proposing that we put these vinyl signs that are not permanent in the windows.
So it's just a peel off, a decal type thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sue, this meets all the city regulations in terms of window usage. Okay. Any questions of the applicant? Any comments? Looks very attractive to me.
Thank you.
Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Dean Barnes, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second by Bonnie.
Second.
Second by Bonnie Howland. Motion on the floor. Any debate on declaring this a type 2 action? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Do I hear a motion to approve the window signage proposal for 36 Broadway?
Motion?
Motion by Kevin McAvoy. Do I hear a second?
Second, Dean Barnes.
Thank you, Dean. Motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next item of business, 162 North Street, proposal to renovate, including new concrete sidewalk to match adjacent to 5x3 tree planters and a new 4-foot tall wood fence, alignment of garage, new reinforced concrete stairs. Christina Dalsharm, architecture applicant. Christina, are you here? Anybody here representing the applicant?
No. They knew about this meeting.
Do I hear a motion to hold this over until next month?
Are you calling me, Tanya Garment?
No,
Not-
just 1 minute. Okay, hang on.
All right, so do I hear a motion to hold this over till our next meeting?
Motion by Bonnie.
Do I hear a second?
Dean Barnes, second.
Okay. All in favor? I am in favor. This is Hayes Clement, Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy,
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
Okay, now it's time to go back to Tanya. Tanya, are you there?
Yes, hi. Can you see me?
Okay. Yeah. So Tanya is coming back to amend her plan for painting at 102 Wirt Street. Tanya, you want to just walk us through what you're thinking now?
It's in the agenda, and there's nothing really more to say. It's those colors I'd like to change it to. I kind of went over it with the Historic Landmarks Preservation Commission. The colors that I picked are a lot better in context of the other buildings.
Okay.
I had a chance to review the application.
Any questions of Tanya? Do I hear a motion to declare this a type 2 action under seeker?
Dean Barnes, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second by Bonnie.
Second by Bonnie, thank you. Motion on the floor. I'll call for a vote. Hearing no further discussion of that, I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy,
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Do I hear a motion to approve the amendment of the exterior color scheme for 102 Wirt Street, incorporating now Farrow and Balls, Purbeck stone, ammonite trim, Denimus door, and borrowed light porch ceiling?
Motion by Bonnie.
Motion by Bonnie. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second?
Second by Kevin. Duly made motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion?
One question is, do we have to rescind the previous motion to table or until next month?
Yes.
Can we vote on it? All right.
What is it? Just procedurally, we want to continue with this vote and then backtrack?
All right. Do I hear a motion to rescind the prior motion tonight to table this motion until next month?
I'll make that motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second, Dean Barnes.
Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote on that. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland,
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy,
Aye.
Dean Barnes.
Aye.
Okay, so the previous motion to table is rescinded. Do we need to do the seeker vote again?
No.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to amend the approved exterior color scheme for 102 Wirt Street to incorporate the new colors, including Faro and Ball, Purbeck Stone, Ammonite, Denemis, and Borrowed Light?
Motion?
Motion by Kevin McAvoy. Do I hear a second?
Second by Bonnie.
Second by Bonnie Howland. Duly made motion on the floor. Any further discussion or debate? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie Howland.
Aye.
Kevin McAvoy.
Aye.
And Dean Barnes.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Tanya. Okay. Our next meeting is scheduled for October 28th at 6:30 p.m. Please let Sue and Julie know if that's not going to be possible for you. Any further things to discuss, Suzanne?
I did send out earlier today to some of the commissioners to make reapplication. Bonnie has already done it because her term did expire, but under the mayor's new procedure, he is asking that when boards or commissions get restructured, that all of the commissioners reapply, and you will duly be reappointed to your current terms, but it's just a procedural thing. And Kevin, I sent yours out earlier because your landmarks one also expired, so you can use that as a dual application.
Right, I got that. I just haven't had time to get to it.
Okay.
So.
When do you need those? When do you need those by, Sue?
As soon as possible. I'd like to file that away.
Okay. Does everybody
same
have to go in and re-sign their oath if they get reappointed?
Right. Kevin, I'm sorry, Kevin, you had a question?
Same question that Hayes asked.
Okay.
Which is, does everybody have to go into the city clerk and re-sign the oath? Okay. Then you'll keep us posted on when we have to do that by. I assume it's by the next meeting.
It will be in the communication that goes out to you in a new appointment.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to ask. Those hours, I'm commuting back to New Windsor again. So hopefully there's a day next week that I can work from home and get over there. But do we have to have it by the next meeting, or is there a deadline from when you're?
There is a timeline in your letter. I forget it off the top of my head, but obviously we understand with the situation that we're dealing with right now. We'll work with you. Okay. So that will be fine. No worries.
Okay.
Can we digitally sign them, Sue?
I don't believe they have that capability right now, but that's a good question.
Is it that big book that we did the last time? I said it's that big book we did the last time. Is that why? Okay.
But there might be something, a form that we can have you complete that would be suitable. That's a question. I'll work with Dan if you're still listening in, and the city clerk to see if that's a possibility.
It should be. I mean, you can buy a house right now with digital signatures, so I can't imagine that that's impossible. Okay. Any other things, Sue, we need to discuss?
That is it for me.
Julie?
Motion to adjourn.
Anybody else on the
No,
commission?
I have nothing.
They want to bring up? Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Kevin McAvoy, do I hear a second? Dean. I'll call for the vote on adjourning. I'm Hayes Clement. I vote aye. Bonnie?
Aye.
Bonnie Howland votes aye. Kevin McAvoy?
Aye.
And Dean Barnes?
Aye.
Thank you, guys. We are adjourned. See you next month.
Good night.
Bye. Night.